Okay, we're going to simplify this expression. The first thing I'm going to do is deal with the negative on the outer exponent. Okay, what happens when I have a negative exponent is I take the reciprocal of what I'm taking the power of to the positive power. Okay, so everything that is up in the numerator is going to come down into the denominator. Okay, so that's going to come down here. So I'd have x to the negative 8/5 times y to the 1/3, and then what was in the denominator is now going to move up into the numerator. Okay, so I take the reciprocal of this entire base, you just flip it upside down. Okay, so that x to the negative 3/5. Notice all those negatives, everything stays. The only thing that I did is I just flipped it upside down. Okay, so now instead of taking that to a -3, I have the reciprocal to the +3. All right, now there's two ways I could go. I could either distribute my power or I could simplify inside the parentheses. I'm noticing that my x's couldn't be simplified because they're both in terms of fifths. So I'm going to use the division property or the quotient property of radicals. So I'm going to take, and I have that x to the negative 3/5, and I'm going to subtract the exponent from the denominator for my x. My y is going to stay where it is. It's got a positive exponent, and so it's just going to stay down there. Okay, now I'm going to simplify that, and so I would have, let's see, x minus to the negative 3/5 minus a negative would be x to the negative 3/5, and then plus 8/5. And copy everything else down, and then let's see, negative 3/5 plus 8/5, that would end up being x to the 5/5, which is just 1. And then I'd have y to the 1/3 in the denominator. Okay, and now I'm ready to distribute my power of 3 to both the numerator and the denominator. And so I would have x to the 1, which is just x. That's being taken to the 3rd power, and so is y to the 1/3 taken to the 3rd power. And then just multiply those exponents. So I would have x to the 3rd, and 1/3 times 3 is just, let's see, y to the 1, right? 1/3 times 3, that would be y to the 1, which is just y. And that's my answer.